What's good, my people? This your boy, Smallito. This is Smallito's Way. Coming at you with another video. Hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe button. Much love to all my supporters. Let's get into this. So, yesterday I'm going through Instagram or whatever, and I caught a clip on from Star and Buck Wild's Instagram where it's, he's basically reading out that he's saying that he got paperwork on Fat Joe, saying Fat Joe snitched or whatever the case may be. But he also said that he doesn't know if the paperwork's real. He doesn't know what's going on or whatever, but he's gonna dig deeper. He's gonna see what he can find and authenticate it. Now, if you've been around and you've seen my videos in the past, I'm not the biggest Fat Joe supporter. I think the nigga's shiesty as hell. I think he did some really, really grimy shit as far as how he handled Punch family and other things. This shit ain't nothing new. Put it like that. I mean, I've heard about this shit for a long, long time now. When you live coming up in the Bronx, early 2000s, Terror Squad was the biggest thing out. This is before French, this is before Cardi, this is before all these people. So Terror Squad was the biggest thing in the X at that time. And growing up there, you pretty much knew people that knew them. You might have went to school with cousins or sisters or brothers or nephews or whatever the case may be. You might have had somebody on your block that knew them directly, which is the case that I'm about to tell you. Like, I don't know them directly. But like I said in a prior video, Tony Sunshine was living on the Cross Bronx. Tony Sunshine was living right up the street from Parkchester Circle on the Cross Bronx for quite some time. I know this. So now I say that to say this. Somebody that was from Prospect, that area, moved to my block. And, he was cool and everything. And he would talk about, TS, he would talk about Pun and all that. Like, he knew all of them. He knew them. He was full of clips. Like, that's what he said. But he knew a lot. So anyway, he was the one that really brought this to my and a lot of people on my block's attention. About Joe. He hated Fat Joe because he really, really grew up with Cuban Link and all them dudes. Like, he considered them his family. And I'm going to tell you like this, real shit, when Armageddon, because not too far from my block back in the day, there was a fucking studio called Blue Flames. And when Armageddon and them niggas went over there to record, he brought niggas from the block to meet them. Facts. So he wasn't bullshitting. So now check it out. He had showed me a newspaper clipping. Now this newspaper clipping was talking about something that Fat Joe was involved in. Apparently something that happened at a nightclub or something like that in the X, and somebody got murked. I'm not sure if it was one of Fat Joe's people that got killed or whether Fat Joe's people's, aired somebody out, whatever the case may be. But the newspaper clipping, and he highlighted it literally with a highlighter, and it said in the newspaper clipping that Fat Joe was cooperating with police in the investigation. What does cooperating with the police mean, my people? It usually means snitching. Now I seen this with my own two eyes, and this shit was an authentic paper. It wasn't like fucking, mind you, this is 2000, early 2000. I'm talking about 2003, 2000, around there. This wasn't the internet. Motherfuckers wasn't internet savvy. We wasn't even sending text messages back then. So for me to think that he printed it out, no. And it was on newspaper. It was a newspaper clipping. Now, I'm not saying that that's what we're talking about. That's the paperwork in question. I'm not saying that. I don't know. Beyond the newspaper clipping, I never heard nothing else about it. I never seen anything else about it. But I did see that. So what I'm going to say is, man, this isn't nothing new. I, like many people, am wondering and want to see if this shit is real. if Fat Joe really did some fake shit, because Fat Joe has put on the impression and has put on this image for the last 20 years like he's, you know, the biggest, baddest motherfucker that ever been, you know, ever come out the X. I don't care at the end of the day. I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm not gonna say I don't care. I'm not having lost sleep over it. I haven't been thinking about it for the last 15, 17 years since I heard about it. Whatever the fucking case may be, it's not something that's been plaguing me and been on my mind. But it's something that I heard about. It's something that now has resurfaced, possibly. And yeah, I'd like to see if it's real. You know what I'm saying? I'd like to see if it's real. I mean, like I said, I'm not one of the biggest Fat Joe supporters you're ever going to find. But another thing I will say is that Star, I feel like he should have held back on this paperwork until he found out if it was real. Because if you put it out there that this, that, and the third, and this, that, and the third ain't real talk, it looks irresponsible. As a dude that's well seasoned in the media, like Star, who's been on the radio and in doing this podcast or whatever, I've known about Star since 2000. And it's really irresponsible to put out something that's as serious as paperwork, not knowing if it's real. Now, you got to fact check that immediately. And when you get all the facts, if it's real, then you come to the forefront with it. If it's not real, then, you know, like, obviously you don't report on it because it's not real. It's fake news. So, for me, I think he jumped the gun. In this day and age, especially in YouTube, and not even in just, I'm not going to even specify it to YouTube. I feel like in all media channels and everything, it's more important to be first than to be right. And that's what I feel like Star did. Star got the paperwork. He didn't check and figure out if it was real or not. He just wanted to put the information out there, which is irresponsible in my eyes, especially if it turns out that the information is not real. And that's what he did. Would I have done it? No. I need to know if it's real or not. I'm not going to put that bone on nobody. That's a bad bone to put on somebody. That's pretty much one of the worst things you could put on somebody. But nonetheless, I'm sure that he's doing his fact checking now, and if it's real, we'll hear about it sooner than later. So that's all I got to say about it, man. Much love to everybody out there, y'all. I appreciate all y'all. Hit that like, and if you haven't already subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment. Much love to everybody out there, man. Y'all have a blessed day. Peace.